Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I record a bit earlier today because after the video I will go to my local vintage football shirt store and it's always a pleasure to go there. Why? The first thing I go is to the Juve sections to understand if there is a shirt that I'm missing in my collection. Then I watch all the other ones for the second channel football. So I'm always super excited when I have the opportunity to go there. But that's not why I'm here on the channel today. I have to speak about diverse topics. The first one, the contrast between Alexandro and Chiesa. Second one, I have to come back on the games of yesterday. Napoli that won 6-1 over Sassuolo, and Inter that demolished Atalanta 4-0. And also giving you a small explanation why the last few weeks have not been great for Juve. And then finally, you saw it on the thumbnail. Transfer market, mercato, in case Federico Chiesa doesn't renew, well, he's on the market according to Gazzetta dello Sport, and they already identified who could be possibly the subs of Chiesa, who can be the new face to replace the number 7 of Juve. So maximum like if you didn't yet, please continue to subscribe. We start now with the first fresh topic, the one of Alexandro and Federico Chiesa. I was extremely surprised. No, it's not true. I was not surprised. I was about to say I was extremely surprised. I was not surprised. When I saw, before watching the images, before watching the video, when I saw the names, Alexandro, Chiesa, I knew. I was 100% convinced it would have been a total disaster, controversy. We hate this, it's because of that, because of that. And you have always two versions. You have the version, it's because of Alexandro. And the second version, it's Chiesa that is actually simulating like he did in the game, the last game that we played against Frosinone. You know, always two, depending. But the thing is, I wanted to watch the videos first, the images, to be sure to give you a judgment. First of all, my first worry was not what happened, Chiesa, Alexandro, who is at fault. No. I hope, and I said it yesterday in the video, that Federico Chiesa will be back today in training session so that we can count on him against Napoli. That was my only thought yesterday. For the people that didn't know what happened, he received a tackle from Alexandro, went out, magic spray, came back, he was clearly limping, and Max Allegri told him, it's over a training session for you. That's what happened. We were fearing, we didn't know. According to the rumors, looks like it's less serious than we thought. Probably he will be there today, if not tomorrow. So the chance that he's there against Napoli are there. But now, I watched the reaction of people and I went totally crazy because I heard studs up, assassin tackle, it's because of Alexandro. Then the other side was, yeah, but Chiesa is simulating, is really fragile mentally, physically. So I really wanted to give my own opinion. When I'm watching what is happening, first of all, I don't know if you played ever football in your life, but in training session, when you are playing a family game, there are always contrast. If you don't go on contrast, you don't play, as a striker or as a defender, because you don't have that grinta, that energy, you don't show that you want to, you are not giving your 100%, your max. So these contrasts are happening every single day in every single club all around the world. Whatever division you are in, it happens. Sometimes you're lucky, or a lot of times you're lucky, sometimes you're not lucky. But watching it, Alexandro is not coming as a train with one mission is injuring the opponent, injuring Federico Chiesa. He's going tranquillo there. He's waiting for Chiesa to come on the ball. That's what's happening. I'm watching the images while I'm talking. So he's already waiting. And with his left foot, he's going towards the ball. At that moment, Chiesa, with the exterior of his foot, is putting that ball a bit away, where at a certain moment, both of the players are touching the ball. Alexandro is putting that ball. Chiesa is touching that ball. Would that have been a foul? Until that moment in a normal game, this is absolutely not a foul. The problem is the foot of Alexandro. Why, after touching the ball, is losing a bit of balance with his body, going back with his body, and the studs goes up, touching the ankle of Chiesa, where Chiesa is making a huge jump because he was touched, because he was screaming, and because it hurt. And that's what happened. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, I know that some of you, they like Chiesa. I know that some of you, they hate Alexandro. But we don't care who was there on the field. It's something totally normal. If we can't even judge a total normal thing in a rational way, it's a disaster. It is a disaster. How is it possible? To explain it, I needed to watch it like 100 times to be sure that I was not wrong in judging it. No, I went totally crazy. But totally, dai. Ragazzi, it's normal that these things are happening, and now I think that us as supporters, we need to calm down and we need to try to judge things when we are speaking about football in a rational way, in an objective way. We don't care who we like, who we don't like, who we prefer and all, because otherwise we go crazy. Otherwise it's impossible to speak about football anymore. Anyway, now that I said what I had to say about that episode, I want to go back on the other things that we need to speak about. It is the victory of Napoli 6-1 over Sassuolo. Sassuolo this year, they are annoying me, but you can't even imagine. First of all, because they beat us 4-2. Disaster. Then, because Sassuolo is the one that is waking up the opponents. They are waking up at this moment, right before we play against Napoli. They woke up Napoli. 3 goals of Osimhen, 2 goals of Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia, he disappeared for all season long. Right before us, he plays against Sassuolo, brace. Fantastic performance. Osimhen, 3 goals. 5 goals in the last 3 games. Disaster. They were stronger. They deserve that win, but it's a disaster for us. Because they have, again, that mental boost, that confidence that they can do. They showed on the field that now with the change of coach, the third one, by the way, the third one, because the second solution was not the one. Maybe they want to do something. Will it last longer? I don't know. But that dopamine, that moment of, we believe in it, right before Juve. Of course, right before Juve. I'm super annoyed. Now, how will we play against Napoli? We know it, without Rabiot, without McKennie. I want to even add, without Pogba, without Fagioli, we have no midfield. So, Alcaraz, first starter, Locatelli will be there, and then there is that question. And the big question is, if Weah is convincing in training session this week, well, probably he will start on the right side with Cambiaso as a mezzala on the left. Kostic on the left as a winger. This is what possibly can be, but it all depends on Weah. We'll come back on the game. Now, what about Inter yesterday? Well, Inter, they totally smashed Atalanta. I watched the game. You know what? It's strange, huh? You have this kind of season where everything is going perfectly, in the perfect way. We know it. We said it since the beginning of the season. Inter is strong. And it's annoying me that every single day I need to repeat it here on the channel, because this is a nightmare for me. But it's objective. It's the truth. They are extremely strong. But on top of being extremely strong, they are in a position today where everything is going well. Yesterday, there is a goal of Atalanta. They check it. They cancel it correctly. But for a millimeter, for a detail, and they cancel it to Charles de Ketelaere. It is what it is. Then, Atalanta tries again, they fail, and it's Inter that starts the machine. First with a shot that is wide, another shot that is next to the goal, then touching the bar with Lautaro. They are starting to push, they are starting to make the engine work, boom, 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 and they score that goal because of mistake of the goalkeeper. Then, second goal, another mistake of Carnesecchi in second half, boom. Second half, there was not even a story. Atalanta, they collapsed mentally. They said they are too strong. We just can't compete. Second goal. Then, the third one is a penalty. And it's really strange. That ball is doing a really strange turn. He's touching the line. The defender is thinking that the ball is out. The assistant referee is putting the flag on. The defender is stopping to run. That ball bounces against in. The Inter player is taking the ball, is crossing, and is touching the arm of the player. Is it penalty? Yeah. But it's, all these episodes that are making sure that Inter is too strong and everything is turning to the right way. Crazy. You have these kind of seasons that are just too crazy. Too crazy. And Corriere dello Sport is saying, Inter quota 100, because they are traveling to a journey of points that they can reach the triple-digit points in Serie A. You have only Juve that was able to do 102 points. They have the record in 13-14 with Antonio Conte. Inter, I don't know how you can stop it. I don't know how you can stop them. At the moment, they are unstoppable. It's true. Every team that they are playing against, 4 goals, 5 goals, 4 goals, 5, and whoever, Milan, whatever team, Roma, 4 goals, disaster. So now Juventus is thinking about the future, because we have a big problem to solve. The contract extension from some players. I'm speaking about 3 of them. First one is Adrien Rabiot. We'll come back on him. The second one is Keane, that yesterday did the full training and probably will even be there on the bench against Napoli. And the most important one is Chiesa. If on Rabiot there is one situation, on Chiesa there is a total different situation. And that's why Tuttosport today is also speaking about the final decision needs to happen at least in 2025. Or at 2025, should already be understood, because end 2025 it's over with the contract of Federico. Or he renews already now in the summer latest, or he renews, or it will be over with Federico, or he will be on the transfer market. And how can he receive a renewal? He needs a few weeks now before the end of Serie A to prove himself, because what he showed is not deserving a salary of a top player for whatever excuses there are. Recuperation after the injury, that is now far away, because we are speaking about the 6th of January 2022, so we are speaking about more than 2 years ago. We are speaking about the mental recovery, we are speaking about his performances, about this change of role, because you can tell me whatever you want, but if you tell me that moving 20 meters on one side or the other ones, you are absolutely not anymore the player that we were used to see, that means that you are not recovered 100%. That means that there is a problem. It can be with the understanding of the tactical explanation with Max or not, but that means that you can play in only one way, and that we have a problem. So he needs to solve them first. I really sincerely believe that he needs to solve them. If you are asking from a 5.5 million euro salary, if you are asking to increase it because you want a salary of a big top player, you need to show it, and that will be a big one. We know it, and every single game we'll have to monitor. On the other side, Keane will be easier, or he renews and probably even reducing his salary, or he's gone. He didn't even want to renew and to discuss before going to Atletico Madrid, so it's actually quite easy. On the other side, there is the Rabiot situation, where yesterday a lot of people were saying, we don't know, it's a 50-50, he can stay, he can leave. Well, today we think that maybe he wants really to stay at Juve. For what reason? Because yesterday we saw the beautiful gift of the shirt with number 200 appearances, and then in the afternoon we saw a video on YouTube where he spoke about a lot of things. I think that it was really a nice video where he speaks about the importance of that armband of the captain, how he arrived at Juve. He spoke about the relationship with Max. He spoke about so many different things, about the horse march. It was really nice video, really sincerely. But at a certain moment, he's saying, I won the first Scudetto with Sarri there. It was nice, it was beautiful. Unfortunately, we couldn't celebrating with the fans, but I would love to win more Scudetti here. These videos, they are not taking live, so he knows what he's saying in a way. He's not saying it, with big voice there, convinced 100%. Yes, I promise you I will stay here for many years. But, already the desire to say and to let it also on the YouTube video, to let it stay there, to keep it there, saying, I would love to win more Scudetti here. It's a beautiful news. At least there is an opening from Rabiot to say, I could potentially stay. Now, will he stay 100%? This is something that I can't tell you today. We go to the Mercato. What if Chiesa doesn't renew? Because it's not only Tuttosport that is speaking about it, but also Gazzetta dello Sport. Gazzetta is already going further because they already give you the after Chiesa if he doesn't renew. And they are showing us Gudmundsson, but on top of Gudmundsson. So it's not Gudmundsson or. It's Gudmundsson plus one between the players. And if we know that there were a lot of contact between Juve and Lazio, and the entourage of the player Felipe Anderson, well, there is still that Berardi from Sassuolo, that maybe, and I hope, I never wish that, but I hope they go in second division. But the Berardi could be an option, and then you have the new name, Raspadori. Raspadori, that is a good player, a player that I really like, sincerely. I see the potential in it, but guys, if worst case, and I'm not saying that will happen now, worst case scenario, Chiesa is leaving, I would not be happy with Raspadori, with all the respect, because you're letting not only a good player, because we are speaking about Chiesa, but you're also letting go one of the fan favorites, the player that won the Euro with Italy, the player that did really well the first season with Pirlo, the player that is Italian, that is, it's Chiesa that we are speaking about, and, subbing him for Raspadori, that is not even a starter at Napoli, that's the problem, Or you go with Berardi, that is since 15 years there at Sassuolo, never make the jump for what reason we already spoke about. Felipe Anderson, I told you, as a rotational player, yes, but he can't be the name that sub Chiesa. Like Raspadori, that is not a starter at Napoli, can't be the name that is playing at. These are the things that are annoying me, especially when I see Goodmanson is 30 million euro. 30 million euro for Berardi. 30 million euro for Berardi. What are we speaking about? 35 million euro for Raspadori. There are a lot of money, eh? Then we go with the last topic, the one of the midfield, because Juventus is looking for a midfielder with Cope Manners. That is still there, the number one target, but there is a push, there is a name that is always there. Never as a top priority, but always there. We're speaking about Ferguson from Bologna. That a lot of time Juventus already sent scouts to monitor. There was also Giuntoli that was there himself to watch him during Bologna-Lazio. He was there to watch them closely. And all the reports that came for Ferguson were always positive. What are we speaking about? A Ferguson that is valued between 20-25 million euro, where Juventus is even thinking to ask to insert Nicolussi Caviglia, that wants more playing time because this season he had no playing time, to go to Bologna to actually reduce the asking price. Well, Ferguson is a good player. He's actually a really, really good player. Cope Manners, they are thinking about it, but the 40 million euro request from Atalanta, initial request, increased to 50. Some people are even speaking about 70. Juventus, before going there, they really first want to qualify to Champions League, and then they even want to put Miretti in the talks to reduce it. But I think it's way too much. That Ferguson, yes. Cope Manners with that money, absolutely not. But now when I hear Ferguson, when I hear Calafiori, two players of Bologna, you know it logically, what we are linking it to. Ferguson, Calafiori. Who is the third name from Bologna? You know it. Let me know in the comment. Ragazzi, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you. Grazie, forza. Juve.